It's the first time Long Mama applied for a nanny job, but her short skirt accidentally split when she sat down, so to avoid embarrassment, she took off her jacket and tied it around her waist. And just when she was glad the hostess hadn't noticed, the woman's husband came out and greeted her warmly. Lisa had to cover her shorts and shake his hand, and in the face of the rich man's hospitality, Lisa's behavior of covering her thighs was also seen by the hostess, so she decided to keep the seemingly simple girl. And the job was not only well paid but also simple. All she had to do was chat with her paralyzed son. Lisa was overjoyed to hear that, but what she didn't know was, she was too happy too soon. The first time she met her boss, she was shocked by his strange appearance. The job was not as easy as the hostess had made it out to be, until the boss inadvertently glanced at her ripped skirt. That's when he stopped looking so weird. It turns out Jack didn't want to be taken care of by a caregiver, and he scared off a lot of applicants that way, and Lisa didn't want to stay. But her family's situation forced her to face the truth. Not only was her father forced out of his job, her mother had to take care of her sick grandfather, and her sister wanted to finish college, so the burden of the family naturally fell on Lisa. She had to accept a job that seemed to pay well. So the next day Lisa showed up for work as scheduled, but when she got closer, Jack's eyes were closed. No matter how much she tried to wake up her boss, he still didn't respond. She thought it was another one of his pranks, until Jack's own doctor came. Then she learned that Jack couldn't sweat like a normal person. The slightest cold could endanger his life. At that moment, the exposed scar on Jack's wrist caught Lisa's eye. She couldn't believe it. Jack was already a top tycoon. Why did he still want to kill himself? Until the day she overheard Jack's parents arguing. It turned out that their son would be euthanized in 6 months, and that was Jack's idea. The father wanted to honor his son's decision, but the mother couldn't accept it, and that's when it dawned on Lisa that the reason her contract was only for 6 months was because it was the last chapter of Jack's life. Lisa was distracted by the truth. She couldn't spend her days with a dying soul, so she went to her sister. She told her that she wanted to leave her job, but my sister thinks the family is in dire need of money today. It's not a good time to quit, and this job is not only rewarding, it's also a job that can be used to change Jack's mind about killing himself. And Lisa had a rude awakening. Maybe her job wasn't just about babysitting anymore. It could save a life. So in the days to come, every time she appeared in front of Jack, Lisa looked like a butterfly. She hoped that her happiness would change her boss's mind about wanting to die, but it wasn't that easy. She only saw Jack's old photos by chance, but this unintentional act triggered Jack's fragile self-esteem. That day she was feeding Jack his dinner, but she accidentally spilled it on Jack's crotch, although she dried his pants, but it still didn't warm Jack's cold heart. Until a short time later, Jack's girlfriend and best friend came to visit, and this was supposed to be a happy occasion, but from what they said, Jack's girlfriend and his best friend had gotten together. Jack tried to play it cool, as if he had nothing to do with it, but when they left, there was a loud noise coming from inside the house, and when Lisa arrived, it turns out that Jack broke the old picture frame and also broke his former youth. She rushed to share this with her boyfriend after work. She was just trying to empathize with her boss's misery, but there's nothing more absurd than expecting someone else to empathize with you. Her boyfriend took it as a joke. He even asked her boss how to have a baby.